Rise and shine, superstars. It's your favorite light coach, MB, and today is a great day to be alive. Why? Because you are still here. So stop what you're doing, comment below if you can, and scream at the top of your lungs, come through if you are grateful and thankful that God woke you up this morning, because gratitude is the best way to start your day. And if for some reason you're not sure if you're grateful that you're still here, then I challenge you today to just sit with yourself and think about at least one reason why you should be happy that you're still here. Because whatever you're going through right now, it's only temporary. It's only going to last a season. The rain comes, the sun shines, but they never shine. It never shines forever. The rain doesn't fall forever. Everything is seasonal and everything is temporary. So whatever you're going through, don't make a permanent decision based off of a temporary situation. Okay, guys, we about to get in the gut today. Okay, so I need you to repeat after me. All that I am. All right, you're not, I don't think that you're understanding. Today, we're getting all up in your business. It's going to be a tough day. We're going to make it through, but we have to set our mind to believe that what we are about to say is truth, and we have to accept it. So I need you to add a little bit more conviction to yourself. Lean up, get up, put some posture on you, straighten up your back, and open your mouth, because we getting real today. So repeat after me. All that I am is all that I am, and all that I am is enough. All that I have is all that I have, and all that I have is enough. I am capable because there is greatness in me. It is possible because there is greatness in me. I have what it takes because there's greatness in me. I am who I say I am. I am powerful. I am unstoppable. I am successful because there is greatness in me. I am enough. Okay, so check this out. Today, we are confronting our limiting beliefs. What we believe about ourselves dictates how successful we are in life and whether or not we're able to accomplish the goals that we are striving or saying that we want to accomplish. Two of the most powerful words in the history of word combinations are I am and I will. Whenever you have a statement that begins with I am and I will, anything that follows those two words has been given the authority by you to manifest itself into existence. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. And this is a spiritual thing. We're not just talking about physical. We're talking about spiritual principles here. Life and death is in the power of the tongue, which means whatever you speak about, whatever you speak towards, whatever you speak against, you're giving it the authority to rise up and come to pass or to fail. Either you're lifting it up or you're tearing it down based off the words that you're speaking. This includes your health. This includes your finances. This includes your relationships. This includes your career. Anything that you're talking about. And you say I am or I will, and something comes after it, you're giving it the authority to manifest itself into existence. Like, have you ever heard of people that walk around and they're like, I can't afford that. I would love to go on a trip with you guys, but I just can't afford it right now. I would love to buy those shoes, but I just can't afford it right now. All they're saying is, I can't afford. And so they're never going to be able to afford any of those things because that's their belief. And they're speaking based off of their belief. But what you need to start doing is replacing the words with a positive truth. So instead of saying, I can't afford that, then you will replace it with a positive truth. Say, that's not a financial priority for me right now. Instead of saying, I didn't get the job, replace it with a positive truth. Thank God that there's something better out there for me. Instead of saying today was a bad day, replace it with a positive truth. Say today was a character building day. I mean, it sounds funny, I get it, because that's not what you're used to. But see, right now, we're not worried about what you're used to because what you used to is why you've been quitting on yourself and your goals. We have to break the habits of what you're used to and step into the habits that are a little uncomfortable, but will help you achieve what it is that you're trying to achieve. So instead of saying I'm a failure or oh my goodness, it didn't work, I failed at this, replace it with a positive truth. Say, I'm identifying the stepping stones that are leading me closer to greatness. It's all about your mindset, guys, and the beliefs that you have. What is it that you believe? Because remember, we're focusing on what we believe. What is it that we're doing? We got to get clear on where we want to go. Then we have to be open to the opportunities. In order to be open to the opportunities that are coming for us, we have to remove all of these limiting beliefs that we've held on to, that we've adopted from other people, that we've applied to our lives, because that's what's holding us back. And you're never going to get where you want to go if you don't believe in yourself. Your future is determined on 3 things: what you believe, what you say, and what you do. Your beliefs dictate your words, and your words dictate your actions. All right, so a couple of years ago, a friend calls me up and she's like, hey, me and some people are going to go skydiving. You want to go? I was like, yeah, let's go. Because I'm all for an adventure. Like, I love going places. I love traveling, and I love doing adventurous things. Now, I had to have a belief before I committed with my words saying, yeah, I'll go. I had to believe that everything was going to be okay. If I didn't think everything was going to be okay, I wouldn't commit with my words. My words would not have followed my beliefs. So I had to believe that everything was going to be okay. I had to believe that the plane was going to plane like it's supposed to plane. You know, it's going to go up like it's supposed to go up, stay up like it's supposed to stay up, and come down like it's supposed to come down. And nothing was going to go wrong. That was my belief. I had to believe that the pilot was going to be able to fly the plane and be okay. He or she did whatever she needed to do to be mentally prepared to take us up there and bring us down safe. And I had to believe that the guy strapped to my back was trained enough and on point to get me out of that plane safely to the ground and keep me alive. I had to have all those beliefs before I committed with my words to say, yeah, I'm going to go jump out of a perfectly good airplane. Because I know what y'all think, like, why are you going to jump out of a perfectly good airplane? I mean, it was adventurous. It was fun. And I survived. I'm still here because of my beliefs. So before we got to the place, like all leading all the way up to that moment of us getting there, to the date that we decided to go skydiving, I was nervous as all get out. Like I was like, okay, you know, everything's gonna be all right. I'm leaning on my beliefs. Everything's gonna be all right, Em. It's gonna be okay. You're gonna have fun. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be all right. As we're driving up there, it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be okay. My words are following my beliefs because I'm believing that it's gonna be okay. So I'm speaking into existence that it's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be fine. You got this, girl. It's cool. You're gonna have fun. It's gonna be great. You got this. So we get there and we get to the place where we have to sign our waiver. Now, the waiver says, in the event that something should happen that's not supposed to happen, aka you die, like they got death on here because you're jumping out of a perfectly good airplane. In the event that something happens that's not supposed to happen, your family cannot sue this company. We are not held liable. So you're literally signing your life over, like to the care of these people, and nobody can do anything about it if something goes wrong that's not supposed to go wrong. So after I had a conversation, like I read that a couple of times. You know, a lot of times you go places and you do stuff because the waiver's so long, you're not going to read all of it. I read it a couple of times. I was like, okay, all right, this is what we're really doing. But my beliefs, you know, because remember, we're focusing on our beliefs, the principles of our beliefs, and what is it that we're thinking and believing? What are our actions following in accordance with our beliefs? Are our actions lined up with what we believe? So I'm believing everything is going to be okay. I talked myself into saying, you already out here. You did what you're going to do. You wanted to do it. You believe it's going to be fine. Go up there. So I paid the man. Then they walk us over there like a couple of feet away from where we paid to sit down and watch a 3-minute training video. How in the world is a 3-minute training video going to prepare me to save myself in the event that I need saving? I don't know. In the event that you need saving jumping out of airplane and you have no training, a 3-minute training video ain't gonna do you no good anyways. But anyways, we watched the training video. And I'm like, okay, I need to pay attention. I need to focus. Like, this is serious. So I'm watching the training video and I'm remembering this. Okay, so the training video says you're going to sit on the edge of the plane. You're going to rock forward 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to jump. And as you're falling, because we ain't flying, we literally falling out of the sky. As you're falling, you need to tuck your legs behind you. But when you get ready to land, you need to bring your legs up in front of you so that y'all don't land on your legs and break them. So many things can go through your head right now, but you got to hold on to your belief. It's just like life. You have a belief, you're going to take action, you're going to speak it with your words, and so many things going to come at you like, I don't know if that's what you need to be doing, but you got to stay focused. You got to stand firm on those beliefs. So I'm like, okay, this is what we're doing. Hold on to belief. Everything going to be all right. It don't sound good, but everything gonna be all right. So we get suited up and we walk out to the shed, and as we're waiting, just shooting the breeze, having a conversation. In my head, I'm like, everything's gonna be okay. And I'm repeating these instructions over and over. I'm like, because I can't forget this. I'm like, okay. What we gotta do? Okay, we're gonna sit down, we're gonna dangle our legs. Okay, we're gonna fall. I need to tuck them back. And when we land, I need to bring them back up. And we got the 1, 2, 3 before we leave. Okay, I got it. So we board up on the plane. And we go up. And we go up. And we keep going up. Y'all, I don't know how high we went. They told us what altitude was, a couple of thousand, whatever feet. I don't know. It left my brain. But we kept going up. So finally we get to a place where, okay, this is where we are. We up in the sky. Ain't no way down but out. I don't think they probably would, but you've committed. You've committed at this point. You believe it. I spoke it, and now my actions are following my beliefs, right? Your beliefs dictate your words dictate your action. Now, for some of us, though, we do realize that we say things that we don't believe in. In that case, our actions bypass our words and they go to our beliefs. That's why when you see people that are saying, like, I'm going to lose weight, they don't believe it. And so instead of actually doing what they're supposed to do, following their words, they're bypassing back to their beliefs. So they're not exercising, they're not making healthier food choices. They're still doing what they've been doing and expect to getting a different result, because their true belief isn't that they're going to lose weight. They're just saying it because it sounds good, or because maybe if they say it, somebody else will hold them accountable. I don't know. But your words, your actions will always follow your words, and your words will always follow your beliefs. But the only time your actions don't follow your words is when your beliefs aren't really what your words are saying. So we're up in the air. First dude jumps out of the plane. I'm like, oh my gosh, like the door is open. Like, here we go. So it's my turn. I'm like, all right, you got this. Everything gonna be okay. We done made it in the plane. The plane is safe. The pilot got your back. You only got one more step. So we slide down. Like, they have this on these little, it's like a bleacher bench. You remember those metal bleachers from high school? It's like a bleacher bench that you're straddling. And you slide down the bleacher bench, and then you turn to your right, and there's the door of the plane. So we're sitting on the floor of the plane. Y'all, like, just thinking about this has me, but I'm here. I made it. So we're sitting on the floor of the plane with our legs dangling out. It's a dude strapped to my back, and my legs are dangling out. All right. So we go 1, 2, and in my head it's like 1, 2, 3. Then we jump, then we tuck, then we land, we raise our legs. Everything will be okay. Now, I don't know if my instructor just did, I don't know if he thought that 3 was too many to count, or if I miscounted, because I'm nervous. I'm scurvous at this point, like scurvous. I am scared and nervous. That's a word I made up in college. So if you are ever in a situation where you're scared and nervous, please feel free to use that word, because I was scurvous. I don't know if I was counting right or not, but all I remember is 1, 2, and we was out. I'm like, wait a minute. When I was down on the floor, on the ground, I should have been asking, okay, wait, are we 1, 2, 3, then go? Or are we going on 3? Like, that's a big difference. It's a small thing, but it's a big difference when you're coming out of a plane. Okay, so we out. I'm so scurvous, I can't even be mad. And I can't have the audacity to be mad at the person strapped to my back anyways, because he's responsible for getting me safely back to the ground. Then there was silence. Y'all, oh my goodness. Like, it was beautiful. It was so peaceful. Like, we were above the birds flying. Well, we weren't flying, we were falling, but we were above the birds. Like, there was no noise. It was just clouds, wind, peace. Like, just being up there was so peaceful, so beautiful, and so amazing. So when you're able to master your thoughts, and when you truly start understanding that you have to have a certain belief in yourself, and your words follow your belief, and your actions follow your words that are following your beliefs, you're going to open your life up to a world of possibilities that are so amazing and so beautiful that you couldn't even imagine how awesome it would be. Like, you have a goal and you're like, man, when I get there, it's going to be absolutely amazing. But if you can master your thoughts and align your beliefs and your words and your actions all together in unison, it's going to be far more amazing than you could ever imagine. When you master your thoughts and come to the realization that there's greatness in you, anything is possible. You can accomplish anything, but you have to abandon your limiting beliefs. You can't hold on to the doubt and the fear and the insecurity of what could happen or what has happened in the past and expect for yourself to accomplish your goals. It's once you abandon those limiting beliefs and master your thoughts, then once you find that space, that's when you're going to be successful. If any of you have ever been in sales, almost all companies provide you with a sales script. Now, this is something you didn't even write, but it's a sales script. And what do they tell you? They say, follow the script and you're going to do great. Memorize the script, you're going to do fine. Don't go away from the script. Read the script, memorize the script, learn the script, follow the script, give the script, deliver the script, and you're going to be successful. I mean, it sounds good, but as soon as you go live on those phones, you sitting here trying to read a script to somebody. First of all, reading out loud is not your strongest suit. So you're trying to read a script to somebody and hope that they will accept everything you're saying. But the problem is, there are two possibilities. One, you believe what's on the script and you believe in it, but you don't believe in yourself. You don't believe that you're going to be able to relay the script in a way that the person you're trying to convince to believe in this also will believe in it. Or you don't even believe what you're reading. So now you're really disconnected. So your words are saying one thing and your beliefs are saying another. And guess what? Your actions are bypassing your words and they're going straight to the beliefs. So you just like, and then you get to the part where they have the overcoming objections. And the person you're on the phone with coming at you with objections that weren't listed on here, like, I didn't study these objections. How do I overcome these? It's because you don't have the belief that what you're telling them is what they need. So how can you expect to accomplish what you want and say you need if you don't have the beliefs within yourself to accomplish those things? Like, if you don't believe that I am powerful, I have what it takes, it is possible. If you don't believe any of that stuff, then there's no way your words are going to convince you. You have to work on your beliefs. You have to abandon all of the things that held you back in the past and are holding you back from the future. And here's a news flash, gut check, because I told you we was going to get real raw up in here. Okay, I'm not, I don't know why I said that, but we're getting real and raw. Most of your limiting beliefs are the result of your past hurts, pains, and failures that you're still holding on to. Like, you're playing the victim in a situation that happened to you, and you're not taking any responsibility for that situation. And so now you can't even move forward to accomplish the things that you want to accomplish in life, because you're still playing the victim. And I get it. There are situations in our lives where there's no way we were responsible for what happened to us. Being raped, being abused, being molested, being adopted because your parents gave you up, and there's no way that was your fault. But here's the truth. You're still holding on to that wasn't my fault. I didn't deserve to be treated like that. I didn't do anything to deserve to be raped. Why did my parents give me up? Why didn't they want me? And so from the moment that situation or those situations happened, you're just building on them. Like, you're holding on to that. like it is your truth, like it is your identity, like it defines you. That's your fault. And I know it hurts to think about it, but it is your fault that you're holding on to being a victim. Whatever happened to you in the past does not dictate your future. You do. And when you hold on to the victim role, and when you hold on to the hurt and the pain, and you keep reliving over and over in your mind what happened to you, why did he do this to me? Why was I this? Why did they leave me? You're telling your future self that this is your reality and you're not worth more. Where does your value lie in yourself? Where does your value lie in your responsibility to take responsibility for what you've been doing to yourself these past weeks, these past months, these past years for some of us? When are you going to accept responsibility for that role? Because what happened has happened. You cannot change your past no matter how bad you want to. The only thing you can do is acknowledge it, forgive the person that you felt let you down, abandoned you, abused you, raped you, harmed you, hurt you, whatever they did to you, and forgive yourself for the blame. What role did you play? Did you try to make everything that happened to you okay because saying I shouldn't have been there, I shouldn't have done this, or I shouldn't have looked like this, or I shouldn't have? Forgive yourself, and then forgive yourself for the guilt and the shame and the embarrassment that you've been holding on to all of these years. You can't even open up to anybody. You won't even go to therapy or counseling or tell you there's something that's happened to you. You haven't even told your friends because you're ashamed, because you feel guilty, because you're embarrassed. But all of that is triggering your limiting beliefs. Because when you say that you can't get over this, you're telling your future self, you're not worth me getting over it. And how does that sit with you now? We're trying to let ourselves off the hook from the greatness that's within us by holding ourselves back to the past that doesn't define us. And it may be a conscious thing and it may be a subconscious thing, but you are holding yourself back from the greatness that is within you. The Bible says to let go in Isaiah 43, 18, 19. Look it up. It says, let go of the past, forget the past. Do not consider the things of old. That means don't meditate on them. Don't allow them to saturate who you are now. Let them go. Because God is doing a great thing. He says, behold, I am doing something for you right now. Do you not see it? Remember yesterday we were talking about being open and opting into opportunities, and how every single day that we wake up with breath in our lungs and life in our body is an opportunity. God is saying, do you not see what we're doing now? But you sitting here, you got these blockers on, you got the shades on, because all you're doing is staying in the past and telling yourself that this is all you're worth. And God said, this is not what you're worth. I'm doing something for you right now. Do you not see it? And then he goes on to say, I will even make a road in the wilderness and rivers in the desert for you. Like God is waiting on us. All that we need, all that I am, all that I have is all that I need, because I am enough. That's why I told you to say that at the beginning, because it is the truth, and you have to adopt that truth into your belief, into your mindset, into your system, so that you know that there's greatness within you, and whatever it is that you want to accomplish can be accomplished by you. You have to shed those shackles of limiting beliefs in order to stop quitting on yourself and stop quitting on your goals. You have to let go of the past in order to reach for your greatness. There's another episode of A Different World. Y'all, I loved A Different World coming up, okay? I loved it. I wasn't nowhere near college, but I loved A Different World. So there's another episode of A Different World that I'm reminded of, and it's when Whitley goes to counseling, okay? So Whitney goes to counseling, and Debbie Allen is her counselor. So you know this scene is hilarious. She goes to counseling, and her problem is that she's in love with Dwayne, but the guy that her ex, who she was dating, has now moved on. He's engaged to this other pretty little thing, and they're about to go live and move in Paris. So they're living the life of her dreams, Whitley's dreams, and she in love with Dwayne, who doesn't have any money. So she's like stressed out of her mind. You know Whitley, she is stressed out of her mind. Like, why can't I have this? But I got to be in love with this. So Debbie Allen says, child, relax. Let it go. She said, you can't focus on what you have in the person that you love, because you're sitting here worrying about the things of the past that you cannot change. You have to face up to your past, and you have to let it go. She said, stand up, because whatever it is that you're going through now, you're not able to get to where it is you want to be, because you still talking about somebody that you're not with anymore. She said, stand up, child. You gotta relax, relate, release. And you know, so Whitley, I gotta do it. Relax, relate, release. Relax, relate, release. So she walks out of the office, relax, relate, release. You have to relax, relate, and release all of these limiting beliefs that have been holding you back. Oh my goodness. There is so much out there. There is more out there than you can wrap your mind around that you can accomplish. But you're holding yourself back with limiting beliefs. So we have to do some self-assessment, guys. We got to take inventory of ourselves and figure out what it is. Why do I have this problem? Because I'm the problem now. Whatever happened to me in my past, I can't blame them anymore, because they going on and living their life. Ain't no telling what they're doing. Or some of us might know, because we might be stalking them. But there's no telling what they're doing. But the past is over with. They've gone on and moved on with their lives. But you still hanging out in the pits and the misery, despair, all of that stuff. And you can't move on to what God has planned for you, with the greatness that is waiting for you once you stop quitting and start doing and accomplishing your goals. So how do we let go of our limiting beliefs? So I want you to, this is your homework for today. Now, this may take you a couple of days. It may take you a week, and you might have some tears. Like, it's going to be ugly. It's going to hurt. It's not going to feel good. But in order for you to get past your past, you have to face up to it, and you have to accept responsibility for holding yourself back. So here's what you need to do. You need to get a sheet of paper. You need to get a pencil, and you need to get a pen. Now you're going to take the pencil and you're going to write. You're about to relive this stuff, so it's going to hurt. You're going to write everything that somebody did to you that you're still holding on to. So if you were raped, you're going to write that. If your parents abandoned you and they didn't want you as a child, you're going to write that. Think of everything that you've been holding on to from your past up until today. And on each line, you're going to write a different thing. You're going to skip about 3 to 4 lines. And then you're going to write the next thing. Skip about 3 to 4 lines and write the next. And don't try to make it all come out in one sitting if you can't handle it emotionally. It's fine. Because this is ugly. This is the mud. We got to get in the mud so that we can come out of the trenches and get to our victory. But first you got to crawl through that mud, because you've been hanging out in there anyways. So write it down. Skip a few lines. Write it down. You're writing this in pencil. And it's going to hurt. But you got to face it. Like, our past, every pain from our past is like a piece of coal. It's just black, it's dark, it's hard. It's just a coal, it's a piece of coal, but you have to look at it. This is what you're doing now. When you do this exercise, you're taking that coal, every single pain from the past, you're holding it, you're looking at it, you're accepting that you still had on to it. Then you've got to use it as fuel for your fire. Okay? You can't just sit here and hold on to cold and you sitting somewhere. You have something that can heat you up, that can warm you up, that can thaw you out and get you where you need to be and have you feeling like a better person, like a brand new person, have you coming up out of the ashes. It's right here. You're holding on to it, but you got to let it go. You got to look at that piece. And once you write it down, you get everything that you've been holding on to written down. You're going to go back with that ink pen, and under each thing, you're going to write the truth, or you're going to write forgiveness. Because some of the stuff that you're holding on to isn't even the truth. It's a lie. It's a lie that you've been telling yourself. I'm not worthy. I'm not good enough. I deserve this. It's a lie. So whatever that lie was, whatever that hurt was, whatever that pain was, write it down in pencil. Then you're going to come back, and underneath that with an ink pen, you're going to write down that truth. You're going to write down how you wished this situation would have gone. You're going to write down how you wished your parents would have kept you. And not just saying wish, you're saying, I am loved because you've been adopted. Somebody loves you. You have somebody in your life, even if you're not legally adopted, that is a parental figure in your life, and they love you as much as they possibly can. And some of it isn't even making it to you because you're still holding on to that hurt. So you're going to write down the truth under the fact that my parents gave me up. They didn't want me. I am loved beyond my capacity by my parents now. Whoever they are, you know who they are. So go under each single thing. Write the truth. Write what it is. Write what you wanted it to be. Then once you get through that process, you throw that coal into the fire pit. And here's how we're going to set that coal on fire. You're going to take your pencil, you're going to get the eraser, and you're going to erase every single lie, every single pain, every single disappointment, every single hurt, all the guilt, all the shame, everything that you've been holding on to all these years. You're going to erase them, and then you're going to be left with nothing but the truth. And once you erase all that, you set all that coal on fire. And now you have the power. You have regained your power, and you have the power to push yourself to greatness that you hadn't known was in you, but now you're starting to see it. But you have to do the work. Transformation takes work. It takes intentional facing up to our fears, facing up to our responsibilities, facing up to what we're doing, and not blaming others, not letting ourselves off the hook by trying to put it on somebody else. Transformation requires self-reflection. And if you want to rise and elevate and fly, then sometimes you got to get through the dirt. You got to dig yourself out of the dirt. People have been trying to give you shovels, but you can't even use them because you keep holding on to the dirt. Let go of the dirt, grab the shovel, and dig yourself up out of there. You have to replace those limiting beliefs. You got to abandon them. You can't just drop them off. And this is going to take a while, guys, because you've been holding on to this stuff for years. So don't think you're going to write it down one time and be okay. No, you're going to look at that every day. Look at the truth, because that pain has been seared in you with the coals that you've been holding on to. But be patient with yourself. Be loving with yourself. Be gracious with yourself. But abandon those limiting beliefs. Replace them with the truth. Replace them with the beliefs that you should be having. Replace them with the worth, the value, the expensiveness, the preciousness that you are. So that you can drop those quitter habits and trade them in for the habits that are going to get you to creating a life where anything is possible. But you have to do the work. Whoo! I told y'all it was going to get deep today. I'm so proud of you for sticking through. I'm proud of you for taking responsibility for your role and why you're not accomplishing your goals. And I'm proud of you for going out there today and this week, or however long it's going to take you to do this work, because it's going to take some time. It's going to take some tears, but it's going to be worth it. And you know what it is. If you don't remember anything else from what I just said, always remember this. It's a great day to be alive. It's a great day to be great. And it's a great day to find the greatness in you. Now go out there and live the greatest day of your life.